I've been following this game for as long as I can remember. Probably when the game was still in early access, I followed this game like it was my religion. Okay, so I'm going to start the video with me explaining what Subnautica is. It's a game where you get stranded into an alien planet full of water. Well, the entire planet is water. It's full of ugly monsters, very ugly monsters, and that's about it. Oh yeah, and you have to survive. So the mechanic of the world being entirely underwater is a very unique concept, which is what made Subnautica different from any other survival game. Also, it's what made Subnautica. So you may be wondering, this game isn't a horror game. Well, it's not, but it is at the same time. Let me explain. So right after you get out of your life pod and boot up the PDA does an analysis for human life but comes up with nothing. So immediately you're already told that you are alone. The game stresses this even more by adding a radio, and each time you get a signal it tells you that there is a life pod that's under distress. Once you go to one of these life pods, there's nothing there but just scraps of what used to be the life pod. There's also messages left behind to get some context of what happened. The only time you get any communication with an actual person is the sunbeam. It tries to save you, but it ultimately gets shot down. That's officially the last time you talk to a human person. Now, you aren't fully alone in this world. There are creatures, if that helps. Aside from the alone atmosphere, there are these terrifying, ugly creatures like I mentioned before. These creatures are the Leviathans. Not these ones. These ones. Yeah, I know you just shit yourself because I know I did. You're never told that these things exist, but once you find out, you get scarred for life. I promise you, each time I would go into an abyss, I'd be shaking, like big time. I don't have thalassophobia, but I promise you this can't be diagnosing me with it each time I play. Out of the 3 aggressive Leviathans, I still think the Reaper Leviathan is the most scary. Just look at it, it's a fucking spawn from hell. Now that you know these creatures exist, going out of the safe shallows is probably the most grueling task to do. I've been negotiating with myself to try to progress through this game. To this day, I'm still scared to go to the kelp zone. I forgot to mention, this game has no tutorial whatsoever. This game just throws you in there and you have to figure out what to do. This game isn't a horror game, but I think the developers accidentally made it scary. This game is way better than fucking Below Zero. Check it out, I rant. Anywho, play Subnautica if you haven't already. It's really fun.